Good. Yeah, good. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Bruno Fernandes! There is ice in those veins!
Well, Bruno, welcome to Between the Lines. Really thank you for coming on. I know you're busy, in the busiest end of the season. I see you got the emblem on there.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Obviously, I've always said since the first day, for me it's a dream come true, coming from Portugal. Obviously, because the person that we both know really well, my passion grew up even more for this club. Obviously, Cristiano was here. He was, for me, the player that I was following more, one of the main reasons that I want to follow his steps. And obviously for me, coming to the club was a dream. And so being here now is a pleasure, is something that you've been here. It's impossible to explain what you feel being in Carrington, being at Old Trafford, feeling the support from the fans, hearing the shirt is something unbelievable.
And recently you got to 150 appearances for Manchester United, which is a huge feat. We've got some stats here that don't tell the full story, but some impressive stats as we see. What one of those seasons stands out for you as your best? I think statistically, 2021, obviously with the numbers, but would that suggest your favourite season?
Not yet. I don't have a favourite season yet. Obviously, we all know, you have been in a better position than me. You won many trophies with this club. We know this club is about winning trophies, having that desire and that passion to be in the best positions. This year, I think we're closer. Let's push a little bit more, and fingers crossed we can get there, and that will be my favorite season until the moment.
I think this season we've seen kind of a shared responsibility in terms of goals, the importance of Casemiro, the two centre backs, Varane and Martinez. There was a much bigger reliance on you earlier on in your time at Manchester United. Did that weigh heavy on your shoulders?
No, not at all. I still feel the same responsibility, that I still think that I have to do the same things. But obviously now having the players that are stepping up and doing a great job for us, it's wonderful for me, because I have just to be there to help them to be at their best positions. Whereas we've been talking about Marcus, for me it's not any problem to be behind him on stats, because he's our striker, our winger. I want them to score goals. I want Sanchez to get back and get his goals. Anthony. Both Anthony, all Anthonys, because we have three of them, to score goals. That it's important. Wout also get his goals as soon as possible, because we'll give him more confidence. And obviously we changed the way we play, what the manager wants and demands from a number 10. Sometimes makes me be a little bit down on the pitch. Sometimes he wants me to play in the right wing. So. I want to keep the stats. I won't lie. I want to score goals. Everyone wants to score goals, but I want to have results, and the results this season is being much better than all the season I have been here. So that's the most important thing for me.
I think looking from the outside, a big part of that is Casemiro and the stability he's brought. What has he brought to your game? Has he brought something as maybe allowing you to do something more, or?
No, I think obviously he's a player that can find the passes. At the same time, he covers a lot of space in behind you. So sometimes he gives you the freedom to go a little bit higher, to take a little bit more risks, to do some runs into the box and everything, because it will be covered by him. But at the same time, I think he's adding to us some goals, some assists. He's being in the right positions. I think he has a great mentality, even if he doesn't speak English very well. Still, he can talk to people in
Football's a universal language,
and on a football way, he can help everyone. So I think he's being a really good part for us, and have obviously improved our team. And more than that, he improved everyone that plays in that position, because it makes you want to push a little bit more from yourself. And having Casemiro, that is won many big trophies for Real Madrid, makes you understand that you're still a long way to go. And his desire, his passion is there, as you see with Licha, the same way. Rafa, a little bit more calm, but still is a big voice on the dressing room. Someone that you can see that is really calm, really. You can rely on him, but when he has to talk, when he has to do his part, he does, and he does really well. And I think is there a big part of what we've been improving, because I think we have more leadership in the group, more people that are not afraid to tell the things when they have to be told. Because sometimes it can be seen in a wrong way, but sometimes you need to shout at your teammates, you need to talk a little bit rush with them, because it's the way football is, and you sometimes to push for them to be at their best version, you need to do that.
Talking of leadership, like you're wearing the armband at the moment at the club. What type of leader are you? Are you a shouter? Are you emotional? Or
I think I'm all of them. I think everyone knows I shout. I try to push them. Sometimes when I'm shouting and from the outside it seems that I'm saying something bad to my teammates, but it's the opposite way around. But it's the way I do it with the arms and everything.
Yeah, when you're waving your arms, some fans will see that like, oh, why is he doing it? And some fans it's passion.
Yeah, no, but even sometimes it's in a good way. But because you see me waving the arms, you think it's in a bad way. You know, I just want my team. When I think that they did something wrong, that they could have a better option, and they didn't because they want to get their goal or what they want to get their skill done or everything, I will shout at them in a bad way, because we have to do the things well for the team. That's the most important thing. And at the same time, if I see that someone is low of confidence and everything, and we miss a pass, miss a shot, miss a chance, I will shout at them, but in an encouragement way, you know, like to come on, just carry on. We need you. We know you get that. You will get that the goal. You will get the assist. You will get your momentum to go 1v1 and pass through people. So it's the way the passion I have for the game sometimes make me probably go out of context, but sometimes from the outside can be seen in a different way. But obviously, and as I said always, every time I will do what I think is best for my teammate, for my club, for the game, not for myself, because I don't win games by myself. I will not win trophies by myself.
Demands.
Rashford's going to leave it. Bruno Fernandes!
Was this a big pivotal moment in the season? This goal here, the Man City goal at home?
I think so.
And was this a moment that made you guys believe a bit more?
Yeah, obviously, because there was 1-0 down, and we draw this game. We have the draw at that moment, and we could go. We felt in the game that the fans are behind us. The momentum now, the stadium was on fire, you know, and we felt it like we can win this game.
It was a different feeling, wasn't it? Because I was there at this game, and I said after this game in the studio that Man United are in a title race at that moment. But there was a different feeling in the stadium that I haven't felt for a long time.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I think for me the key moment of this season is the Liverpool game. I think that is the main moment for us, because we come from two really bad results, and you get that win. The stadium was once again on fire, unbelievable with atmosphere that the fans create for us. But obviously this game was that step that everyone thought like, now is City. Now is the team that plays the best football in the last 5 years or 6 years in England. Let's see if they can deal with that. And we did really well. We won that game. I think we showed a lot of passion, a lot of character, and a lot of quality too, knowing how to defend against a team that plays really good football. They've been together for so many years. They have a good connection, but knowing when we have to press them, when we have to stay a little bit low, when we have to counter, when we have to keep the ball, and we did it very well.
I've heard players, including yourself, talk a little bit like this in seasons gone by, but I feel something different, and you're closer now, it feels. How kind of important has the manager been in that? What's he done to change the way things are at the club at the minute?
No, as I said, I think if he first arrived, I knew we went on tour, and the training sessions that we had here after that and everything, it demands. It demands from people, or you do it or you out. You don't play, you know. And so everyone was a little bit like in the beginning, you will do that or not? If a big player doesn't do what he wants, you will put him apart or not? And he did it. He did it many times. He did it with Cristiano. He did it with Jadon. He did it. Marcus also. In the big moments, like Marcus was in probably the best form against Wolves. he did something wrong. Managers just put him out, and everyone was like, "Wow."
Yeah, what impact does that have to you? It's like
that in the first moment for us was like, "Wow, he's being our main man. We need him." Yeah. But in the second one, I sitting with David, and I said to him, "This has to be like this, because if not, the younger ones, they will think like, if he does nothing to him, next one he will do nothing to me too. So it demands there from Rashi, like you have to be consistent in everything, not only on your game, on your goals and your performance, but off the pitch also. And obviously Marcus, in the beginning, obviously he was angry because he wants to play, but he did nothing wrong. Like he accepted, he went to the game, come on, scores
you win.
and wins. You see the end of the story, him and the coach together, smiling, laughing,
teacher's
hugging.
pet.
is the way it has to be. Like sometimes I'm a parent, you are a father too. Sometimes you have to make some rules at your house. If not, they will go over you, and in a short period of time, they will be the owners of the house.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, listen, Bruno, we've spoken a lot about the team. I'm here to speak about you. We'll start with Cesc Fabregas and this quote. This quote for me just encapsulates everything about Bruno Fernandes. Playing forward, break lines with passing, analyse the pitch and the situation of your teammates before the ball comes to you. To have 95% accuracy and not be able to influence the game doesn't mean anything to me. Is that Cesc Fabregas talking like he's Bruno Fernandes?
Yeah, I would like to have 95% accuracy, but as he says, I think my type of game, the position I play, is what he said. I think he said everything, and obviously Cesc has done an amazing career, an amazing player. I think probably he doesn't lose that many balls as I do, because he was really good on the ball. And I think if he wasn't a 95, I think at 90 at least he was really intelligent in his game. But obviously I really agree with him, because like playing forward as a midfielder is one of the most important things, because playing backwards and sideways, everyone can do that. Break lines with passing it's something that makes you score goals. It's something that makes the people ahead of you being in a better position to score goals. As he says, analyze the pitch. You always have to. Sometimes imagine he's always talking with me when we do like small possessions. He always wants me in the middle of that. He said, I want you with the 360 view. You have to see everything, and I want you in the middle to do that. And obviously, in my position as a 10, sometimes you make yourself in a position that you have to find the right position to see everything and where everyone is, and take decisions before the ball comes to you. That's it.
Talking of that, I've got 3 of your best assists that I've picked out. I think I was here for this game, but this one against Leipzig here, just explain to me when the ball comes into you, when you've seen Marcus. So look, I look at you here, the ball's going to come to you here. When are you seeing this run and this space?
So I see the run when I think Paul gave the ball to Scott, and Scott give it to Fred, or the other way around, I don't know. But when the ball is traveling to Fred, I know the best pass that Fred has is forward to me. And if you see my head now is turned.
Yep.
So, and I know Marcus. I know where he wants to go. I know his pace. I know that the only one that can jump into me, and even when I turn my head, I know this is the one that will jump
so
to me.
Your head's turned then before, as the ball's travelling to Paul.
The ball is travelling to Fred now.
Fred.
Yeah. Now
your head is already turning, looking.
And Marcus is running. So I know if I hit the pass into the space, no one will catch him.
So that's before the pass has even come from the person that's passing you the ball. Wow, that's like a step ahead, like a snooker player.
Yeah.
Now gone.
Because, and when you get Marcus in these kind of positions with so much space to run in behind.
Is that beautiful for you?
Yeah, it's just amazing.
This is a different type of pass. This is when a team is playing a bit of a low block. And I think we see you play a lot of passes in behind for people to run onto, but this one, when there's such a low block and there's not a lot of space, it's a much harder pass.
Yeah, the thing here is like, I know the kind of movements that Ahmad likes to do, because I've played in Italy, so I know what wingers are normally doing in the runs. They always go into the inside of the fullbacks when he's like tight like this. So I knew he was going to make. So when Nema does the pass, I'm watching to Kessie if he's jumping into me or not. So I have the time.
So you're watching when the ball's coming. So when the ball's coming to you from here.
First of all, I watch Kessie.
You want to watch this guy?
Yeah.
Why, to see what?
If the distance is enough for me to control the ball and look forward.
Okay.
When I do the control, I straight put my head up, and so I can see that Ahmad is starting his run. If you go a little bit behind, you can see it. You can see it that Ahmad is already going like in a curve, doing the run. So I know that now I just have to go in behind of the defender, the center one, because there will be the space.
It's a ridiculous ball, man. I was here as well. Already, what are you pointing at there? What's the information you're giving?
For me, the moment now was to Nema to give the ball to Marcos so I can support him at that time.
Okay.
But obviously, Lallana followed the run. He gives me free. And now I know that Marcos is running. And as I said before, with this kind of space, you just have to, I always say in football sometimes you just have to hit the grass, you know? Just make sure that the ball goes through.
Yeah.
And after he does a great job, obviously.
But this is what I mean. Do you go into a game thinking about the final pass? Or is there even the pass before the final pass is important?
I think sometimes, for example, if you see, my first thought in that moment was to Nema to pass the ball to Marcos. But because he takes his time, the best ball was for me. So sometimes even the pass from Nema that could have gone to Marcos has to set me, and probably the space in behind is not, we are short there, that we have to go 1-2 and try to drive the ball after. So the pass from Nema that he controls the ball, he has time on the ball, all of a sudden give me the time to turn. So it's important, because if he goes to Rashi, probably my run instead to be turning and go straight and Marcos running, Marcos has to be like this, taking pressure from behind, and I have to go and support him. He has to pass me, and all of a sudden we have to go to the other side, and probably the space to go and to counter them doesn't exist anymore.
This is a classic Man United goal, counter-attack.
Yeah, I was going inside to give Marcos the space, but I thought that because the centre back that at the moment was the right back, he wasn't close, so I had to, this was end of the game. Marcos needed his goal.
This is what I loved, yeah? Do you talk to Marcus about this type of stuff before the game, or is it just natural?
He knows. He knows, I know him. We know that when I get into the ball, as I said many times, I don't mind to miss 10 passes in a game. If one goes through, I know that he's capable to score goals.
Is that how you feel? So there's no point that when you give away 4 passes on a spin that you lose confidence and think, I'm not going to try that.
Yeah, no, I will keep trying, because as I said, if one goes through and I know I have the quality to make the ball go through, I know that he will have the quality to score goals.
Have you always felt like that? Because some players, and young players especially, that when they miss a pass, it's like, I better play simple.
In the beginning was a little bit more difficult for me when I was at Udinese. Obviously, I had Di Natale there. That he was amazing on his first steps to go past people, and you have to make the pass in the right moment. And obviously, I was always trying. We played in a 5-3-1-1. I was behind him, so he was always saying to me, just trying to pass the ball. But whenever you lose confidence or you miss one, you miss two, because I was that time, like I'm now, I control myself a little bit more. But at that time, because it was me and him playing in Udinese, play a little bit deep. When you receive the ball, you turn, you just have one play, you have to go forward because the pressure is coming. I always try to give the ball to him, and he says to me, just try to keep the ball sometimes, so get your confidence back and do it. But I said to him, I don't mind. I don't mind to lose the ball.
That's unique, man, because most players lose confidence.
You have to get the control of that, as I said. And trying to take the best decision for the team.
This is where I see you, this is where I feel you're best. Where I look at it and I think you can create something, or you see something that others don't at times. This is a ridiculous goal.
Here the ball was for Eddie already, but because Davies came so quick inside to close, because I know Eddie wants to go there. First post is his best position, is where he wants to go, where he wants to head the ball, is really good.
So your first thought was initially to play Ederson?
Play here, because I know you will make the move behind him.
So in this position?
That was the ball. Try to lift it, probably over him or in front, because I know Eddie will attack really strong that front post.
He makes them runs like that,
doesn't he? He's really good. He's really good on that runs.
So what you said, Davies, his approach to you blocks that pass. He comes in there a bit, yeah?
And so I can chop a little bit, and after I have the position of the goalkeeper, give me that side. Obviously, he's a big lad, but he was a little bit high on the pitch. That's probably one of my best, the ones I like more. Because
so you're thinking every single step, every single second is going to alter the way you see the pitch when you got the ball.
Yeah, because I think playing as a 10 is difficult sometimes, because imagine your midfielders have the ball, 1 second later that they gave you the ball,
gone.
you have watched before, but they have another pass. And so you have to look again. And the pass you had before on your mind is gone already. So you have to do something different. This goal was also a really good goal. Was a little bit out. I was not scoring, and the manager was saying always to me to be in that game, to be in diagonal, try to be there, the space will come. And here, as you see, like Marcus in these positions, you just have to help him sometimes to go on 1v1, because after he can bully people, he can go past them, and it's like they give you this as an assist, but this is an easy one,
Goal, yeah. What's the biggest change in him, Marcus? Huge change.
Confidence, I think. For me, confidence, because Marcus with confidence, it's unstoppable at the moment, but is someone that can change the game. Even if sometimes you feel like Marcus is not much in the game, like yesterday, you couldn't see Marcus until the goal. All of a sudden, one ball behind, run. From a difficult position, boom, find the goal. All of a sudden, again, second half, ball through, Marcus
that must give you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I think the confidence on Marcus is a big lift for them to feel like, wow, I'm in a good moment. I know that I can create things, I can generate things.
Well, listen, Bruno, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. I have to wish you the very best of luck for the end of the season, because we want to be in the studio screaming. So good luck,
We will.
my friend. Thank you very much. And see you soon.
See you.
Thank you.